Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome again to another video with Microsoft Flight Simulator and PICO for working along with the virtual desktop to provide the Steam VR capability, if you will. This video was requested by one of my viewers that just wanted to have like a an apples to apples comparison with the PICO 4 with Wi-Fi wireless and without wireless using the USB tether. One of the things that I've been asked was that I should have included the virtual desktop overlay that shows the performance and everything there on my previous video. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm gonna just do another quick fly, but today we are in Austin, Texas. And yeah, that's pretty much what we're gonna do. We're just gonna do a quick flight basically around the area in Austin, Texas, and then just go back into Austin, Texas airport and land pretty much. But the whole goal here is just to show you how the performance looks when I am using USB tether connection. Right now I am not planning to do or record the video with wireless right now because I am running out of charge. As you can see here, I only got 24% of charge because I forgot to charge my headset yesterday. But since we're already here, let me take the time to show you my settings here. So first of all, synchronous spacebar, it's disabled. We are default on the gamma, and as far as resolution is concerned, we are in GALite mode. We're gonna be doing just 72 frames per second on the headset right now, because anyway my graphics card is not gonna be able to push that much frames per second anyway, so it doesn't really matter. As far as bitrate is concerned, we are basically at max 150 megabits per second because I found that's what gives you the better picture quality, if you will. If you bring it below 100, you're gonna see a lot of artifacts because of the compression, and yeah, that just basically impacts the picture quality, in my opinion. So as far as sharpening, we have this at max because again, you want to have the most clear picture quality as far as being able to read text in Microsoft Flight Simulator, because that's pretty much what we do. We just be reading instruments, reading glass panels and all of that. So it's useful to have an extra help here, if you will, as far as making those texts clear and easier to read. So we have the overlay enabled here. So let's go ahead and go back, and we're gonna go back into the simulator. Right. Okay. Let's wait for these to kind of settle. Oh, it looks like we actually had the tablet here open. Well, I'm just gonna put it there because I was actually using that as well on my previous video. Or no, actually, I was actually using this on the video that I did from Detroit to JFK. Right, so as you can see right now, I'm getting 35 frames per second here in Austin. You're gonna still see 5 gig in there, 12 megabits per second, but I can guarantee you that I have Wi-Fi turned off, and I'm gonna show you that right now. So let me just bring up the PICO menu. So here you can see Wi-Fi, it's off. Can bring this up. So I am completely on basically USB tether at the moment. So as you can see there, latency is not that bad in my opinion. We got a game latency of 35, 36 or 38 milliseconds. Encoding, we have 11 milliseconds of encoding. What I want you to pay attention to right now is the networking latency. Look at that latency. Steady 5 or maximum 6 milliseconds. That is just perfect. Again, we're gonna go here and we're going to remove all of this stuff from here. Status, I want to go straight to takeoff pretty much. I wanna waste no time. I do not want to waste your time here. So take a look at the frames per second now that we have the plane all start up and everything. It just went down to 28 frames per second. And also I actually removed the cover, and the cover was actually helping keep the frames a little bit higher than they usually are. But I am at 28 milliseconds, and I can look around. As you can see here, I have 0 stutters. The audio, as you can hear right now, we have no audio cutting in and out while on USB tether. I mean, some people might say, oh, that they don't get any stutters when they are on wireless. I'm not really sure which which router they're using, but in my case I have the Netgear, one of the ones that's recommended on the virtual desktop Discord. I went ahead and bought one of those, of course one of the cheaper one, because I was not going to pay $200 for a freaking router. There's no freaking way. So I bought the one that was about $60-70, a Netgear Wi-Fi 6 router, which should be more than enough pretty much, but clearly I was getting some status here, which to me, it's just the nature of wireless, if you will. I'll just continue using my USB tether here as long as I don't get any problems. Because again, one of the reasons that kind of pulled me away from using USB tether was the fact that my computer was basically crashing with blue screen, with the Windows blue screen of that, and apparently that looks to have been caused by some driver issue for the USB tether. Alright, so let's go ahead and I don't have any speeds, and that driver issue I believe I have already addressed with the driver that I mentioned on my video that came out yesterday. Let's add some forward pressure here. There's a piece of life. And I forgot to set the freaking trim. Yeah, I forgot to set the freaking trim, bro. That's crazy. Alright, pause it array. Gear up. Whoa, the freaking trim. Oh shit, I'm just going nuts here on the trim. Should be on 6. There you go. Alright, there's Austin, Texas International Airport. Right. I think I have the air blue here turned out, so let's go ahead and turn that on. There you go. So how about we go to, I believe that's the city right there that we have. Flaps up. We're gonna kind of keep it climbing steadily. And I even forgot to set an altitude here. Trim is so freaking high. Let's bring that trim down. So let's reset the altitude, and let's set, oh, it's not taking it. All right, there you go. We're just gonna do 3,000 feet. Heading, we'll set it to the current heading, and let's go ahead and turn on heading select here. Autopilot can come on. And let's head to the let's set the auto throttle, and we're gonna keep the hertz speed here at, let's just say 200. Right, and then we have the apocalyptic. It's Austin, Texas. Looks like Walking Dead, and that's just the way it is, pretty much. When it comes to photogrammetry, if you will, we got those weird apocalyptic buildings. Right. So yeah, as you can see here, I mean, you might be just freaking out right now. Oh, your latency is so freaking high, 80 milliseconds. The frames, as you can see there, they're just 29, 30, if you will. But man, I am on DLSS quality, and that's something I haven't showed you. So let me go ahead and show you my settings here. So I am on DLSS quality, 130% on the A&D fidelity effects. And then I have a lot of stuff here on high, some on ultra, I believe, yes. And then some on low. Do I have anything on low? Yeah, I have the grass and bushes on low. And then the glass cap refresh rate on low, which I don't really care about. And that mainly impacts the CPU. So that's pretty much what I'm rocking right now. And this is silky smooth for me. Look, I'm looking, you know, right and left and right, and I don't have those, you know, annoying stutters and audio breaking in and out. And again, I mean, you might prefer to use Wi-Fi wireless, if you will, but I think, and you have, you know, the right to do so. I mean, whatever works best for you is exactly what you got to do. For me, right now, USB Tethered is the way to go, because mainly I'd be just doing flight simulation. Some other people might be just running other, you know, less heavy games, if you will, that doesn't put a lot of, you know, work on your graphics card or CPU, like Microsoft Flight Simulator does. And then you may have some extra room, if you will, but in my case, I don't have any extra room. So I gotta take, you know, whatever it is that's gonna give me the best, you know, experience, if you will. Even though I have a 3090, man, virtual reality, it's just a different beast. A different beast. Even more so when you're using a Hexa like the PICO 4, which is 4K per eye. And then you know how, you know, the image rendering on the virtual Hexa works, that what I'm seeing right now is not really 4K. It's actually way higher than 4K. It's probably 2 times. I mean, I'm not gonna say 2 times. Probably 70% more high resolution than 4K. But the thing is that you have to render the image twice per eye, because each eye, each lens, I mean each eye here on the virtual I mean on the PICO 4, it's dedicated display. So this is not one of those Hexa where you only have a single display and it may provide you better experience, I guess, as far as performance, not as much as picture quality. The PICO 4, just like the HP River G2, you got 2 displays on the Hexa. 2 4K displays on the Hexa, 1 per eye. And the image has to be rendered 70% higher, probably, per eye. Then, you know, 70% higher than 4K. Or something along the line. And I don't really have the number there. And you can tell pretty much your graphics card has to be doing like the work of 8K, as if it was just rendering 8K instead of 4K. So as you can tell, that's gonna put a lot of work on your graphics card. And then aside from that, you have, as far as Microsoft Flight Simulator is concerned, you have other things such as you know, the architecture of the game that relies on, you know, a single core performance, and mostly. All right, take a look at that, man. Just so you know, we have way more stuff going on here in Austin, Texas than what I have in Detroit when I was recording the other video yesterday. So performance should be impacted a little bit, you know, more here because we have way more stuff going on, way more photogrammetry, way more buildings, if you will, houses. There we got the downtown, which we already passed. So, but still, believe me when I tell you this is way better, for me at least, way better than the performance that I was getting with my with wireless, if you will. And I am going to record another video, and I am going to do it exactly here in Austin, Texas, right? So you have a better comparison, or you know, better apples to apples comparison, if you will. Just pay attention to the audio, because you're gonna see audio cutting in and out when I am on Wi-Fi, and you're gonna see stutters. Like when I look around, you're gonna see stutters. So just pay attention to that. Right, so let's just go ahead and try to go back to the airport here, which is right there.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
Don't
pull up with
sink.
this no sink
Don't
until
sink. Don't
we
sink.
cross the threshold
Don't
there.
sink.
That's what this plane
Don't
does.
sink. Don't
So we
sink.
have a tailwind,
Don't sink.
which is good.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Okay.
Don't
So that's
sink.
the power.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't
Oh wow,
sink.
wings going crazy.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Okay. Easy on the nose. There you go. Reverser. Beautiful. And that should do it. Let's bring the flaps up. And we just going all the way, all over the place here. Right, so flaps up. All right, so let's just go back to our ramp. And again, I really do appreciate you tuning in, and just wait for my next video, which will be this same flight, hopefully a better landing, but with the wireless connection instead of the USB tether. And hopefully you'll be able to see what I am noticing as far as stutters and audio cutting in and out, which is caused by, I guess, the nature of wireless, if you will. It's not as reliable as just you know, having a cable connected. In this case, USB cable. It's just not. There's no way to compare it. Pretty much, you still have, you know, wavelengths for the wireless going in the air, pretty much. And as you can tell, there's no way that's gonna give you the same performance than having a physical wire. So it makes sense totally for me why I'm getting this experience with the USB tether, and I am very happy with the performance right now. The only thing that I have to keep in mind is that I have to connect my USB cable from my PICO 4 to a power USB hub, so I don't run out of charge as quick as when I am just basically connected to my to one of my ports on my desktop computer. But that's pretty much about it. I really do appreciate you again tuning in, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you very much.